What draws you? Consumes you? What excites your core and is vital for life? There are places in this world we simply have to go. And so we do. What gives you life?
Welcome to the Fox Chapel Racquet Club in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the PNC 2014 American Platform Tennis Association National Championships. My name is Rodney Workman, the Director of Racket Sports at the Ohlmuller Club in Lake Forest, Illinois, and I, along with 13-time national champ Jerry Viant, will be calling the action today. We have a round of 16 women's match in the main draw. And Jerry, who we got coming up?
We got Marina Ohlmuller and Ania Kazakevich. They're the number 10th seed. They're from Chicago against Bobo, Delaney, and Tonia Mangan from New York, New Jersey area, and they're the number 6 seed. So we got a lot of experience on this court.
Who do you give the edge to going in?
I got to give it to Bobo and Tonia. They're going to stay out there and do what they have to do.
And Marina has, I think, found a nice future prospect in Ania. I'm not sure how long Ania's been playing, but I'm sure she's been giving her some good coaching and mentoring, and we'll find out if they're ready to step up and pull it off the upset.
Yeah, from what I saw, in the warm-up, I haven't really seen Ania play that much, but, she's got some weapons.
Got a good-looking forehand.
It's going to be about the tactics. You got the master Bobo, hasn't missed a screen since 1980s.
Wow.
And she will stay in there and make you play.
It goes to show that defense is still a big part of the game.
I go attack and counterattack. That's my line. And she does a good job. She knows how to move the ball around. She knows how to set up her partner. She plays within herself. Tonia's got some weapons. I've had a lot of heartfelt matches against these guys. Great competitors.
Well, I know Marina very well. Great gal. We lived in the same town together. She coaches about a mile from where I do, and she has been improving her game and climbing the ladder, winning some national championships. I saw she won with Mark Johnson, the mixed.
Yes.
Her husband's no slouch,
I heard that. He's got a few national titles under his belt. I'm sure he's giving us some coaching on the side.
I think she's rubbing off on him, though. His game's improving, too. And it's funny, I haven't seen Marina play a whole match, so I'm looking forward to it. And I've never seen Bobo play, and I've heard that name for 30-some years.
Oh, it's a big paddle family. Bobo's brother, Tim Mangan, is a pro out in Long Island and is actually married to Tonia, so that's the family connection there. In-laws.
Okay. In-laws.
Yep. Sister-in-laws.
Family that plays together.
And they played together for a long time. They are a tough team. Obviously, they know each other inside and out. They know what they need to do.
On paper, they're the sixth best team in the world.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep. They're not going to give away any points. They're going to make these guys have to play.
So this will be a long pace match?
I would, usually is. Really, I think that the unknown is Ania. We'll see.
Exactly. That's my...
And again, it's getting warm. It's going to be tough to get that ball to die in the screens. And you're going to see, Bobo will get her paddle down lower than anybody else I know to dig every screen out.
So it seems to favor Bobo this warm weather. She's a big screener.
Yep.
You just don't miss screens.
Right, balls higher.
Yeah. I think the defensive teams do well in the warmer weather with some good counterattack, but those very offensive-minded teams would prefer a lower number.
Because you put more spin on the ball, it stays lower, it doesn't jump up as high. You can rip it and get it halfway between the service line and the baseline, and it'll die on the screen. But when it's this warm, You almost got to get your drive to dip at the service line.
Mm,
Otherwise,
exactly.
you're going to get it. So,
And which
change it
again,
up.
with the compression of the ball on the paddle on this former day, you can do that. You know, the players who have the Western grips who can roll it can roll and blitz a little more. I mean, I'm looking forward to the match. Like I said, I haven't seen them play. And
okay.
Jerry, what was that all about there? Were they serving to their teammates?
Yeah, that's kind of like the routine.
I rarely see that.
Really?
Rarely in
Kinda big
Chicago.
In the women's game.
You know,
Serve, you spin your paddle, you decide who's going to serve first, who's going to receive, which end, and then
Yeah.
you take your practice serves on the side that you're going to serve, and you take it with your partner.
got it. Okay.
You warm up your serve. It's a little bit serve, catch, and then after about 10 serves, you get the nod, and your partner can return. So it's serve, catch, serve, return.
1, 2, 3.
Right, without getting in anyone's way and
Nice.
throwing anybody off, and then you change sides. Again, it's a nod of the head. Change sides, take your practice serves and first volley from the opposite side, and off you go.
Well, we're getting some shadows on the courts here, Jerry, which I know I never was a big fan of. That this light is going to get tricky here with it. There's going to be some blind spots, shadowy spots, but it's the same for everybody, eh?
Everybody's got to play on the same court.
Mhm.
Marina is giving Ania some last-minute tips because Marina has played Bobo and Tonia multiple times. So she knows what mindset you have to have. You really have to have a mindset of being in the trenches. Like I said, take your watch off. This is not going to be fast.
Got the
And
game plan.
You got to just be prepared to stay in it.
All
It's
right,
a
here we
scary
go.
first volley.
All right, some short lobs here. There. Anya's the
Yep.
hitter. We see how the game's played on this team.
Nice move.
All
Nice
right,
move.
no panic. Well done.
And again, not too hard on the overhead. When Marina came up behind her, she didn't get excited. She just placed it.
If she overhits that, this point's still going on. Look at that. Just a little slight miss-hit winner, but
She'll take it.
we see it. I see what's going to happen here. We're going to have Marina, the sage defensive counsel, to the firepower here on the ad side. Ania. Look at that big forehand return.
Puts pressure on the server.
And
Just waited too long. Hesitated that second, and boom, it's got to be bounce, hit.
just a little sooner. And if the ball is in the right spot, we lob it up, right, and live to fight another day.
That's it.
But like you can see how Marina already knows how to get out of the way. Anya's going to be coming over and playing a lot of balls in the middle.
She's got to be careful in that.
Well,
It's-
Anya's got to get the ball lower.
Yeah, she hasn't quite got her range yet. Marina should wait a bit and
Yeah.
just see how she's returning
Work-
rather than
work
put
into the
herself
match.
in a position like that. Nice.
Again,
That hurts.
unfortunate. Probably, again, that's the sort of situation. If Anna could wait and take a quick picture, she would have seen Bobo giving ground and just roll one to the player getting off the net. Well, she returned the favor, Jerry.
Hate to see that.
Nerves, first game.
Yeah. Where are we, deuce?
Deuce. Move your feet, Marina. Got to get some footwork intensity going there. Fast feet, slow hands. You ever heard that?
That's my line. Love that line.
It's perfect for this game.
Oh, way to use
What
the
a
court.
shot.
There we go. She saw that
What
one.
a shot.
Little
That's
dipper.
getting creative.
that was shorter backswing.
It's all footwork. Position and stroke. Get in position. Put a good stroke on the ball. Things should go your way. That was
I'm
from.
sure she wants to hit just to, loosen up a little bit, but that, that ball that Tonia hit was soft and deep down the middle. You're not gonna generate anything off of that just yet. Better to throw up a better lob and wait.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are great court position.
Good communication on both sides early. Okay, got to play her down. Play her down. And I've always said, Jerry, as I've taught for many years, there's two things you don't want to do in paddle tennis. Number one is you don't want to fall on these courts.
Oh, yeah.
You can get shredded up pretty good. Number two is you don't want to put your tongue on the screens when it's 10 degrees and colder. Other than that,
that's very good teaching tips.
that's how I recruit my players. Keep your tongues off the screens.
It reminds me.
Don't fall.
Sue Airy and I played a match. This was the coldest I've ever played. We played at Sound Shore. It was a national Sound Shore. And it was freezing. It was like 5 degrees. And we finished playing. We were sweating. We finished playing and we had to wait at the gate for the next match on the next court to get off. And Sue was leaning against the inside of the door. When the point finished where we could change in, Sue was frozen. Her back was frozen to the door. I had to peel her off.
To my point, don't let your tongue get on that thing.
Well, that's a pain.
Oh, gosh. Okay, unforced error. We can't give away free points. You got to make them earn everything.
Bobo's moving in, putting pressure on Marina right away. And she pops it up.
That's the double trouble, the good low return and the blitzer. It just forces more return of serve errors.
At this point, they know each other's. Oh, great volley.
Very nice.
Great volley by Ania.
I like the.
Look at the communication,
yeah.
right? I mean, we're talking. We gotta get our stats on how long they played together, but they are going to talk every single play.
And I love the way she covers her mouth. She blocks it with the paddle. Don't let your opponents know. Don't let them read your lips. It's like a baseball catcher and a pitcher. They always cover their mouths. Oh,
That's a rare miss.
In the sun.
Yeah, she got ahead of it and then had to look directly into the sun.
Stevie Wonder experience. And
30-0.
sometimes you just have to swing the paddle and hope you hit it. You swing it slower. Good overhead there.
All right, now this is actually for newer players, or actually for anybody who's new to paddle and playing the screens. Watch how Tonia sets her paddle and Bobo before the ball hits the court. Their paddle is set, especially on the screenshots. This is going to be a blitz. Oh, Bobo, keep going in.
But the volley was missed because Bobo blitzed a little bit. That's why it was missed. It wasn't an extremely hard drive, but
it's a good. They know the plays. All right, that's 2-love. First set.
2-love. And you're saying, Jerry, that they are sister-in-laws?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. Bobo is married to, Tonia is married to Bobo's brother, Timmy. That's the shot.
Great shot, Marina, up the line.
Get a ball on the forehand like that and wake the net player up.
Now I'd love to see her follow up with her next return for Marina to be about 3 feet to the right of the center strap on her side, so you can start getting them guessing.
Right, show them that you've got range.
And hit the spots. You were mentioning earlier, you hit the spots. If you don't have the big power, and you can force errors into the body.
Bobo really is kind of baiting her.
And perfect. She did exactly what we just talked about. She's changing her spots.
She's listening to you.
Well, they have microphones here, and maybe they're hearing.
And look, you have coached a lot of national players.
It's by just...
They've spent a lot of time on the court with you.
It was fun to do. It's been fun to do. And when you were working with them when you're little, they're younger, you had no idea that all of a sudden they're going to be doing it.
Right.
There came a point in time where all of them were there competing for it all at the same time, and we need a new crop, is what I'm getting ready to say, from Chicago. I think
Right, well, they just broke serve.
Yep.
Just broke serve, so that's... Marina really stepped in and thumped that last forehand.
This is going to be a good match. It's got a little bit of everything in it. And the winner gets to the Elite Eight.
This is their third match for the day. So again, when you're entering in these tournaments, fitness is a factor.
And in the early rounds, that's why it's so important to win quickly.
Yeah.
The more decisive you can march through, the better chances you have on the next day, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have fresh legs for the semis and finals.
I didn't check the draw. Is there another one tonight?
We got the
ladies?
quarters.
The quarters.
Yeah, we got the quarters.
That'll be a 4-pack for some of them, right? I like the mile-high lobs off the screen. I've always said the screen lobs should be at least as high as the lights.
Yep.
The deck lobs are lower, but if it goes to the screen, now
that was
poor
a
choice.
fabulous lob.
Poor choice for Ania. Ania had no business sticking her nose in there, but she's young,
Lob left.
and really, Marina should say something to her right there. That's her ball all day. That she's the captain of the overhead, with two righties.
I think Tonia held that lob so late that she had the angle, went right between them. There we go. General rule of thumb is lob between you, it's the player on the left. Drive between you, it's the player on the right.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Doink. There's her doink. Look at her sticking her nose over there. Bobo. Bobo nose.
Yep, she was there. Tonia likes to generate offense off the screen too. There it is.
Yep.
Yep, she likes that shot.
This is her weather then.
Yep. Again, I'd like to see Bobo lobbing more down the line. Oh, they're not making Marina move.
Look at that teamwork. And if you look at these overheads that Ania and Marina are hitting, except that one, they're mostly getting to the backhand.
Right.
90% of these overheads are placed on the backhands. Hit it where you can't get hurt. Because if you mess with fire, what happens? You will get burned.
Oh, Bobo was so on the net.
It was a
Great play.
good ham and egg combination there.
It's a break. Okay, 3-1.
Great return. On the rise. There's that big surprise thing.
Pick the spot.
Guy just went around the net post over there brilliantly. Nice little fun shot.
It's been
It's a good lob. Again,
it's a good play, I think. Now, I mean, especially that sun is right there.
That is
so you put that in there. You have to follow the ball. You have to look up
from the neck up. That's a great shot because you are forcing them to look into the sun.
Yep.
And I'd love to see Marina switch that grip over to an eastern backhand on that. It's just too square on the paddle face. You just want to pop that ball up in the air. Great volleys.
Or just set the backhand volley. You see it?
Yes.
Just stay there.
Commit to the backhand, but Ania put some firepower in there. Well done. 15-30.
Down the line. She's got to hit this return down the line.
That's
a
how they do
great
it.
spot. Keep
That's how
going.
they do it.
Good calling in the middle of
No.
the court. Yeah, that's the place to go.
Right in the crease.
This time
Got
of
the
day.
doinker.
Yeah. Not sure about the doinker.
It's a Chicago thing.
Okay. For us non-Chicagos, that's the nick. Might be bringing more lingo to my repertoire. Oh, I love that
There's
shot.
the rip.
Oh,
There's
she loaded
the
her
rip.
legs. You see that?
Big load.
That was great.
That's the big load.
You can see a little
Cincinnati,
bit more of that.
Cincinnati, I hear they call it the crotch overhead that hits the crease. and
Not
then
saying that either.
They got the crease. We used to call it the crease, but we're sort of leaning towards the doink.
I heard champagne shot too. Oh,
Nice.
smart play.
Good cover, Marina.
Play
Well
all
done.
day.
Get her lob it up.
All day. Let's start the point again.
Yep. That's good stuff.
I like how Ania how she moves. Pick your spots. She's got to pick her
See,
spots.
playing paddle tennis is like being an airline pilot. A lot of times I've used this analogy where it's hours and hours of boredom interspersed with sheer moments of terror. Here we go. There's the
Great
terror part.
volley. Great volley.
But that point had a lot of everything in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like. She's loosened up. She's picking her spots. I'd like to see her go down the line more. Ania.
Well, I think if they keep serving her up the center tee, she's going to be more cross-court middle, right?
Yeah.
They are serving her pretty darn
Backwards.
well. Yeah, you got rule number 1, get the ball in play,
Over
Jerry.
the
Rule
net,
number
over
2,
the net.
keep the ball in play. Rule number 3, look good while doing it. So, you got to get the ball in play.
Never in the net.
Never.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
All right.
Now, see, they got her looking in the sun.
She can set her paddle lower and let the ball drop lower.
Yeah,
Have better chance of seeing it.
And like I said, if she can just, that grip helps too.
That was a big hold. That's a big hold. That was 4-1.
It is a big hold. That one could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was a big game.
Time to acknowledge the wonderful groups of people who helped make this tournament possible. The title sponsor out of Pittsburgh, PNC Bank. Thank you so much for all you've done. And the diamond sponsors are Total Platform Tennis, David Dodge. He puts all these these temporary courts together. We got 3 here. And Viking Athletics. Thank you for all you do for paddle. Let's try. It's a great point. Very, very nice. 15 love. Going Aussie, using the hand signals. Only thing Ania and Marina got to worry about is people behind them tipping off the hand signals.
Look at that pressure from Bobo.
But Marina flipped that. He flipped it to a forehand. The ball went bye-bye. Good talking, a lot of communication. Again, sneaky, sneaky. Great volley, Marina. Again, there it is, almost a
That is a great
almost
shot.
a nick there.
Look how flexible you are with your lingo.
Oh,
Wait
When
forward.
in Rome.
Good idea. Wait forward.
but again, I go to your point. You got to be looking to exploit this forehand corner over here right now.
Yeah, Marina should be remembering
You-
what it was like they did to her and just say, here.
That is an absolute non-negotiable no-brainer.
But she does know that Bobo has not missed a screen, so that's got to be in her head.
And I'm sure she's played Bobo many, many times. So you're well said. Look at that,
Yeah,
good
look,
cover.
This is a great screen lesson, just watching these two here. Look, they set their paddle low and flat before the ball hits the court. And when it goes into the screen, they're going to lift it straight up. Look at that.
Perfect.
Flat, flat. I said Tonia likes to generate offense
There we go.
off of the screen shot.
There was we got a ball in Bobo's corner, and she had a nice sneaky little drive off of that. Excuse me. That was-
Both, yeah, well, I was just going to say, both of these guys play a lot of mixed. They're used to playing both sides, so they're not going to panic if they get stuck
out of corner.
on the other side. Yeah, yeah. They'll make the call when they want to, but there's no, they can play
No
screens on
rush.
both sides. And that's what you want, you know, for all players, you want to be able to play the screens on both sides.
You do. You don't want to become pigeonholed.
No.
And
Or during a point, get stuck over there and they hit the ball and you say, oh, sorry, I don't play this way.
exactly.
Make an error. All right, so they're going to stay. They're staying with the stray, and they're trying to negate the blitzing.
Marina got away with another forehand volley. So they're putting it right in her bread
No,
basket.
that's game. They held
4-2.
4-2, first set. That is textbook serve and volley right there. Marina ripped that return. Tonia was right there covering Bobo's hip. Ooh,
Never miss an overhead.
lack of footwork.
And is their son. Tiny bit.
These guys play a lot of Australian. Bobo's given the signal. She's going to stay. Tonia's going to go cover the alley. Nice move.
There's that
Nice
on-pit volley.
move. Yep.
From the hip to the pit on that right side, if against the right-hander gang, if you can locate it with a little bit of velocity, that bears fruit often.
Tonia's just putting in that little floater overhead. Well placed, deep, nothing on it. The players have to step in and hit it, but they've got to control it. It's screaming to be hit. The trick is not to overhit it.
Mm-hmm. And Ania just did. But she missed on the pro side. She missed a couple inches long.
Nice move. Oh, Bobo, great hands. Again, set. Set her paddle.
Mm-hmm.
Ball came right to it.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed in
Good
her
blitz,
house.
Marina. Nice reflex. Some good trench warfare there. These are things you didn't used to see as much of 10, 15, 20 years ago. The blitzing. Just longer points, lobbing the red, driving the green.
Right.
But if there was one strike to that, it made paddle boring. And if paddle's going to keep getting more exciting to watch, you need players to show their athleticism, the blitzing, the spin overheads. All those new things are more electric and more chocolate chip cookie dough if the other old school was vanilla.
Right. Right. No, it's definitely, it's fun. The game is growing, not just in the numbers playing, but the way the game's being played. The athletes are better. There's a lot more tennis pros coming into the game, which is great. There's a lot of European, South American pros that are, teaching tennis and now getting into paddle and getting full-time year-round jobs, which is great for the game. The PPTA, our teaching association, is growing. And
Remember, you and I think we put together the first test
we did.
at Sunset Ridge
We
years
did. That
ago.
was a tough test.
Tough test. But yeah, but I think
But it's great. It's great.
one of the real barometers maybe is David Dodge and how many courts he's building.
Yeah, I was talking to him today, and he was saying how many courts are being built, and that there's international interest.
Exactly.
Which would be fantastic for the game. Oh, Bobo, smart flick. Tonia.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yep. Great point.
Rare volley miss by Bobo. Well, and maybe that's how it has to grow. Unfortunately, it is a game of the social well-to-do. You don't have many. It's not an inner-city game. There's certain socioeconomic levels that don't do it. It's right now at the top. If it can come down a little bit and make it more common, like tennis did.
Yeah, we've got to find a way to get it into. There's a Garden City Rec Club that has courts out, in our way, Long Island. I don't know of too many places where people, if they don't belong to a club, can just go play.
Well,
and
Chicago has exploded on the park and rec
you've got
scene.
Winnetka, right?
Winnetka has been there a
Right.
while. Lake Bluff just added. They just added one in Wilmette, which my old pro, Brad Smith, top player himself, is now the head pro. There's one out in Glen Ellen. There's got to be 8 Chicago public parks. Atlanta, with Peter Lauer and Freddie Uline, are building a 3-court. They're building a 3-court public center in Atlanta, which will pop
That's
the
fabulous.
play, because right now it's just clubs, fancy clubs.
In Atlanta, what a hotbed of tennis players. That's like
The largest tennis league in the world,
Mhm.
APTA. Now, for maybe 4 months, you can take some of them, throw them into the public park, paddle, and now you got something. You need that,
yeah.
but it's still a game for the affluent. And you got to try to work on that.
Marina just missed an overhead. Lack of footwork there. She wants that one back. Great rhythm off the deck. If you listen to the bounce hit of Bobo and Tonia, they play at the same rhythm. There's no bounce 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi hit. And that puts pressure on the net player, especially if they've volleyed cross court.
There's a little sneak attack by Bobo and thwarted by Ania. That Dr. Tim Galway bounce hit went a long way, didn't it?
It's how
It's the best.
It was the base of my game off the deck. We played within that rhythm.
It's the best. It was
You
the
don't
best.
speed up. You stay. You stay within your own speed.
Great point.
Yeah.
And how much credence do you think there is to this, Jerry, that the longer the point goes, the more important it is to win it?
For sure. Physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobo just completely on the net. There's nowhere for them to breathe.
You're right.
Yeah, now it's a transition. It's no big deal. It's
Great
business
lob.
as usual. Another
Great
transition.
lob. Here we go. Nobody's panicking.
Right.
Find the backhands on the overheads. Not there.
No,
She got away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
Her
her.
grip's too eat,
Right, I was just going to say, I'd like to see her change her grips because she can and turn her shoulders.
because she can swing harder
Yeah.
and nip the ball.
And it's
And
really not. It's not. She could have more bite on it, which would cause more problems for them off the deck. So it's a little flat.
And back to that longer point, the more importance it is to win. I think it's very important that you can break the spirit of your opponents by winning the long points. But paddle is also a game where you have the longest games. I had a 23 deuce game once, things like that.
Can you count it?
I was. Somebody else was.
Yeah, Mike Gillespie has those facts too. Let me give him a quick call. He can tell me how many
Your
hits.
handheld unit there.
He could tell me exactly. Oh.
Well, it's true. And the longer the game goes, the more important it is to win. You want to win those long 6 to 8 deuce games. That breaks the spirit of the opponent.
Yep. The mental part of this game is huge.
I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want to be the point ender out here. This is a game of not hitting winners, but less errors. And if you're the point ender like Bobo was there, that's not what you want to be or who you want to be.
Yeah, but, you know, that's true. And the sign of a good competitor is look at Bobo, right back in it. It doesn't matter. She missed it. She knows she misses it, but give me the ball. Next
yeah.
point.
Well, she's
Here we go.
an ultimate competitor. Look at her
Yep,
read that.
Nice flick. Gets the
And-
lob. She knows where to go.
Nice touch.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that get. Look
Yeah.
at that get. This is a great point here.
Yep. Don't get too excited.
Again. Oh,
That's a tough one. Well
gotta-
done.
she's
That's a
gotta-
great point.
She's got to stay down on that forehand. She's coming up a little bit. Yeah, and the older we get, the more tired we get, the more we stand up on our shots. But you got to play like you're a foot shorter than you are. Bend your knees. Be in a room with a drop ceiling. And stay low. If you can do that.
Taking their time now. Right, this is experience. This is a long
Oh, yeah.
time before.
And-
Couple of circles.
And they're entitled to that.
That's game. 5-3.
Look how far out she is there at net.
5-3 first set. Oh, great touch.
You gotta,
Great touch.
if I get Tonia just to bend her knees a little more now, get a little lower, try to stay down. Yeah, there you go. Now stay there. Love that lob. See, she can drive that off the screen if she wants. I got to get some little more footwork out of Marina.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lucky.
what a point. What a
Yeah.
point. No, she shouldn't be driving that ball. She's
deep,
on
same
the
height.
run.
Right, and too deep. That
She's
overhead's
4 feet
too
behind the baseline.
Right, too deep. When those guys are in perfect position, even if she made it, they're going to volley behind her.
It was a poor choice. She knows it, and hopefully she won't do it again.
Too early. Good communication. Great lob. Confusion. Bobo, Tonia switching at net to put Tonia on the left, so she's going to take the majority of the overheads.
We'll call her the captain of the overheads. Now directly up the
Great
line.
lob.
Great lob. And nice altitude.
great lob.
Nice altitude.
That's a nice move. Marina stayed back and covered her. Didn't put
Mhm.
themselves in
Perfect.
jeopardy, right?
Oh, very well played.
Yep.
Good coverage for each other. Marina's got that good two-handed drive off the screen.
She likes to move to her right.
Yes, she does. That
was
is
better. She
big.
moved in.
That's very well played.
This is a big game.
Huge.
5-3. Big difference. Again, they're taking their time. 5:30. Big point.
Oh, you got to be under control, Ania. You set it up like a champ. That ball
Yeah,
should
they
be-
dodged a bullet.
she-
Bobo and Tonia are breathing
When
a sigh
Ania can
of
hit
relief.
that ball 1/10 of what she hit that last volley, if she can just roll it easy, she's got something.
Yeah, I mean, she could have even just pushed it. you know,
But that's her grip is over,
Yeah,
so far, so she can't do that. But
Nice shot.
if she can just slow roll it, because she's going to get thousands of those opportunities over the next few decade. I'd like to see Marina walk right up and stand in the middle of the court, show some
put some pressure on?
Yep, put some pressure on this break point.
Yeah, because she's definitely feeling her forehand. Great volley by Tonia. Just held her ground, set her
Phenomenal,
paddle.
phenomenal. There's the shot I was talking about.
Yeah,
Now they got to. These two got to switch back. Oh, I thought she was going to pull the trigger again, but plays defense. Good out. There we go. That's good.
A little higher.
Now, there you go.
Oof.
There it is. Good ball here. Ham and egging it. They're going to look to switch back. Good dig, Marina. Get there. 1, 2. All day. Very well done.
Great lob.
Not a fan of these lights. These lights look like they could come into play a little bit on some of these lobs. Oh.
Get in. Great.
Nice play.
Point.
What a
Yeah.
point. Best point I think I've seen today, Jerry.
Great point. Kept closing.
She got the grip over on that.
I'd like to see Ania take some of those shorter balls and go up higher at them.
The
You know,
pit.
up
to the
it,
pit.
yeah, and right up. Yeah, 5-4.
A couple more sponsors to thank. Marmo, the activewear, has got some beautiful tops in there for those interested. Platinum paddle sponsors, the APTA, or American Platform Tennis Association. Allegheny Health Network, thank you. Dick's Sporting Goods, good to have them on board. And Wilson Sporting Goods. Our gold paddle sponsor is Leeds. Silver paddle sponsors are Cigna Healthcare, Church Brew Works, Cliff Bar, Eric Haberman, and Rhino Sports. Thanks to everybody for making this all possible.
Like I was saying, Bobo and Tonia are such good volleyers, and it doesn't matter that the driver's coming at them because they've got their paddles set. So if she can take a little bit of pace off for a couple of those and make them have to lift their paddle up, she'll get us a couple.
That's a great point.
Quick errors. She's hitting it well, but they're ready for it.
She's keeping it down at that level that their paddles are set at to your. Yep, just wide.
Now she forced that. Tonia slid over,
Mhm,
and they tried to find her backhand. It was a trick.
I think they tried to hit her.
Smoke and mirrors.
They missed her.
Ran out of court.
Well, both teams are into good movement at net, using varied tactics, Aussie, traditional. This is a good match because they're thinking.
Yep, she's on a little search and destroy mission. She's just prodding to see what she gets back. And if she gets something back fast and short, she'll pounce. If she doesn't, she'll prod again. I'm talking about Tonia right now in that sequence of shots.
Mm-hmm. Now they switch back. I was wondering if they're going to do this. There it is. Here comes another one. Oh, no.
Oh, head fake.
Mm-hmm. That's tough into the sun. Great lob. With the sun in your eyes like that, big time there. Okay,
Great
start it
lob.
over. No panic. Great response. Nope. Crooked. Crooked's not good in this game.
Tonia held that well. And you thought she was going to drive, and then she just lifted it over her net. It's a great move.
Is that love 30, Jerry?
I missed the first
I
point.
think they're digging a little hole here, and this is 2 points from the first set.
Yeah, it is left where they hit that one wide. The serve was long. Love 40.
Love 40?
Yeah, but the first point was they missed the overhead.
That's
wide.
right. Tonia forced it. All right, there's first set to Tonia and Bobo. The only disadvantage to them doing Australian serving to Tonia is Marina ends up hitting that forehand volley. She flips and that's her biggest area to focus on as far as I'm concerned. If she commits to that backhand volley, like you were saying, Jerry, you just deflect it back. And your paddle is square.
And your paddle stays quiet. You know, you can take a step left or right, and you're not making any
flipping.
Zorro moves.
Exactly. You aren't the fencer. I like that.
All right, so that, it's a long set that they had, so now they're going to change and use a new ball for the second set, which is pretty much the norm in the tournament play after each set.
Well, Marina and Ania got to be a little discouraged. They climbed back at 4-5 serving. They played a poor game. They didn't give themselves a chance to maybe let Bobo and Tonia get nervous. But at least they know what. They can do this.
Yeah, they're in it.
This is the first set's only 20% of the match, and now they're planning on playing 2 more. Bobo and Tonia, they want 1 more.
And again, that ball has been sitting out there, so it's a little cold. So both teams are going to hit it till they feel that they've got the same touch and same feel.
Are there many of these light fixtures here?
You know what? I have not seen these lights before.
I haven't either, and they
Yeah.
overhang, and I'm sure they've been hit.
Yeah,
You'd hate to lose a point on that.
It'd be interesting to see the light tonight in the later matches.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have not seen the light from these. I see the other ones
They
have
have
got
the
this new stadium ones on.
I love those.
Yeah.
Those are the best as far as I've seen. We're gonna switch to those this year.
And there's 3 per court, right?
We're going 4, 8 all in.
Yeah, I think Indian Trail's got 4 on theirs.
Why not?
You switch all of your courts over?
Yeah, 3 of them. Footwork.
All right. Now, look, it's really important for Marina and Ania now to play a good first game.
Exactly.
They gotta show them that they're here to stay. Not let the water go down the drain too fast.
Dodo's toss gets a little high left. She has a little top spin. Serve. Good eye.
Yeah.
Really good eye, Tonia.
Great placed overheads too. Right placement, right speed. So Ania gets a little impatient and hits that ball too big too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like that forehand. Pulled her out wide.
The one shot that Ania needs to go to now as a game changer, that she hasn't used yet, because she hits the big inside out forehands, but she hasn't pulled any up the line.
Right.
And I think if she could show that and bring that into the mix, that opens up some other opportunities. There's a loose overhead error. Now it's
There's no court over there, and she knows it.
sloppy first game for both sides. How important is it to get off to this one level lead?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, like you said, they clawed their way back into that set, and you want to build on that. You want to give it back.
Big rip. Again, she had her footwork intensity went up there.
Bobo and Tonia want to try to shut this down in straight sets.
Yeah, they do. There we go.
Nice move.
Good play.
Nice
Break. So, Jerry, do you still think that the return of server as a general has the advantage in this game?
Yes.
Are you
I
still
do.
subscribing to that old school?
The return of server, yeah.
And I agree with you up until you get those new kids that come in that don't fault, and they can locate those big kick serves to the right spots. They're tough to drive, especially the righty into the ad court.
Oh, yeah.
Jammy up in that side screen.
Yeah, we're not seeing so much of that in the women's game yet.
Right.
So
I'm with you. In the
the-
women's,
The
it's
receiver, still it's a short ball. It's a guaranteed short ball. It's got to land. The serve's got to land inside that service box. So you got to step up.
nobody's going super big on it. And if you do go super big, you got to serve the corners more, because otherwise it comes right off the back screen.
Great move. Great blitz.
You're getting into period of time in the match where you got to maybe start considering, with this weather change, is both back? You know, if you can't hold serve.
What happened there? They
I don't
called
know.
it out. Right.
Oh, that's the play.
Yeah.
At her in
If
this
you
game.
can't get past the first 3 hits, the point hasn't started yet. You got to find a way to get into the point. And if that means, you know, serving and staying back, both stay back, you get a lot, you know, there's a lot of options. You just don't keep doing the same old, thinking you're going to get a different result.
What's that? Isn't that called the definition of insanity?
Yeah.
So you're going back to what we were talking about earlier, the grip.
Yeah, well, but also look where she's standing. She hasn't moved yet. She's outside the service box. She's not going to make anything in that side screen.
Right.
And she's not
More
that
direct.
tall. Put the safe shot down the middle, pull somebody out, get a shorter ball, then go in. Your feet need to be inside the service box
100%.
to go for those side screens.
Yep.
Don't have to force it. Great volley.
But I'd still like to see if she could take that grip over and get more spinny on the overhead so it doesn't come off
Yeah.
fat and flat and sail on you.
I'm going to tell her after this match to go see you. when she
Please.
gets back to
I
Chicago.
would love to work with Ania.
Fun, right?
It's good getting the talent.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
Just a little too
Wow,
hard.
what
Right get by
Yeah.
Tonia was a
Nope.
little too hard.
Nice lob.
I don't think. Oh, good eye. All right, so 2 service breaks. We're 1-0.
There's going to be a lot of service breaks in this with this temperature.
Yep.
That's 2 back-to-back lob errors from Ania. How often should you miss lobs, Jerry?
Never.
Like, never.
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 Yeah, Marina just had a little word to her. Easy. She's got to hit that easier. Or with more spin. 2 choices.
Yeah.
Great spot.
Uh-huh.
That's experience right there. She saw her
Well, in tennis,
leaning.
if you use the center strap as the target, like right now, Marina, most of her better returns clear on the right side of that center strap. You know, in tennis, they go to the left side of the center strap. And the same thing here with Ania. Like her bread and butter return being about 3 feet left
Right.
of the center strap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fix that
as a
spot.
general rule, and then you kind of find the holes.
Well, you test the teamwork that way,
Exactly.
right? Who's going to make a guest appearance? Who's going to stick their paddle out in front of their partner?
Like there's her, but that's her bread and butter. There's her inside out. There's beautiful.
Great
See, she
shot.
took something off of that one. She learned from the one where she had the same situation. She overhit it that time. Just an easy roller.
Yep.
2 on the 10 scale with power.
Yeah, there's no way that Tonia could chase that down.
It's
It
not
was
going to
dying.
kick off the screen. So they slide Tonia into that captain's role. Again, going back to our point, everybody's been playing in 10-degree weather all year. They're hitting a lot of lobs long because they're not used to this. There you go. Okay. Nicely done.
I'd like to see her go down the line more.
She needs that. That's the
Yeah,
one
she's,
shot
she's
she
got to
doesn't.
go down the line. I mean, especially these guys are just 2 good volleyers. They're not going to give up anything in the middle.
Great footwork on you. She's got some happy feet, huh?
Yep. Nice move.
Uh-huh. Nice touch, Marina. Be tough.
And
in the
again,
sun.
listening to the calls are getting louder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make a mistake.
No
And
mistake.
who's taking the ball at this point?
People getting more tired. I love calling
Just-
everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything.
Yep. Nothing fancy here. Down the middle. They're both. It's like it's a cat and mouse game right now.
And
They're
every time
waiting
the
for
ball-
someone to lob short.
Yeah, but the point becomes much more important the longer it goes on, and again, that's a spirit breaker. If you
What do you call that shot in them? She
What's
just
that?
hit. What's that Chicago
that
term?
was a doinker.
Okay, good.
It was a doink. You know, that
And
comes from
this
Chris Berman and ESPN. Is where I, when something hits the goalpost, he always would use the term doink. What? So I'm borrowing that from one of my old students. Plays good paddle, David Preschlack. He works for ESPN. He's one of their senior guys. And I got clearance from him.
So I can take it back to the Nyack Field Club. Doink away.
Something different. Doink away.
Doink away.
Throw some extra sizzle in there, Jerry. You
We
know,
need some new. We need some new lingo.
we need new material.
That's
or
right.
We die out there eventually. As coaches always say, we're like comedians.
Got to keep reinventing the wheel.
We do. The car brakes. Oh, just a little more acceleration, but hits the top half of that net and it doesn't go over.
Great volley, great to get.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Routine. Stay calm.
That's a winner.
That's a great shot.
Great point there. It's one of the better digs I've seen today. Does Tonia play squash, do you know? Does she
I don't
play
know.
racquetball or squash?
Yeah,
Any
I
other
don't
four-wall
know.
games?
Keep moving, keep moving. Got to come out with it.
It's just a tough ball to drive. Even though it's out, you're off balance, you're running full stride. High risk there.
Yeah.
I don't think Jerry Vion would have driven that.
My feet weren't under me.
No.
Nothing's happening.
You gotta have a waist-high ball, good balance, and in court position.
Right. Yeah, got to know where you are on the court and be under control and take your shot.
There it is behind the blitzer.
Stick it. Stick it. Great, Bobo. Paddle was down low, gave it the little flicker.
I'll tell you.
We're 2-1.
2-1 Bobo. Tonia.
Could be 2-0 actually. Is that game? 2-0. Yeah, that was a game.
Game point.
Yep.
2-2. Do-si-do.
She's feeling good.
Just phenomenal trench warfare there, Jerry. Hand to hand.
Just feet are under their shoulders. They're square to the net. Paddle set. And just deflect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what do they have to do to get it by them? Not hit it hard. It's not the answer.
No. It's to find the
Because you
holes.
overhit it. Right.
Find the tiny little holes that are there.
See how smooth that switch is?
Yep, and there's that warm ball that she's not used to.
She's kind of reaching up behind her on that overhead. So it's Australian and stay. Tonia's gave her the closed fist. Bobo acknowledges that she's got the signal. Good move.
Got a free one there.
Moved, yep.
Take them when you get them.
She moved to the left, though. When she saw the lob was pulling them out, she moved to the left and exposed more of her forehand on that. It's a good move.
Bobo's got that great high serve that gives her time to get in for a real good volley close to the net. There's those players who put a little more arc on their serve, which gives them more time to get to the net, and Bobo does that brilliantly. Up and in. Yeah,
I think the line was open there too.
that lower
Now
forehand.
going back to the serve, I have seen Bobo with a hopper of balls out on the court at Montclair, practicing her serve by herself. And I would encourage anybody to take a hopper of balls out. I leave the balls out at my club in the hope of seeing some of our players, our club players, get out there and hit a few serves while you're waiting.
What's mind-boggling to me, Jerry, is you go down to the golf driving range, you'll see members lined up in dozens hitting buckets of balls, but I don't see it on the tennis and paddle front.
What's that about?
I don't know. Granted, it's only one shot. It's the serve. You go to the driving range, you're hitting many different shots.
Yeah, but in paddle, it's so important. You only get one serve. You gotta.
Well, it is maybe the most important.
And then it's worse because if they'll start with let's play first one in, they don't even take the practice serve. Drives me crazy. They think I'm not watching, or they'll whisper that they're gonna. Because if I hear them say let's do first one in, I'm like, no way.
They're in trouble.
Oh yeah, they're whispering to each other like I don't know. Nice roll. Great move. Great move. All right, sun's getting around.
Score?
The sun's around. It's dropping low. It is 3-2. Marina and Ania.
3-2 Marina and Ania. Marina, current.
Nice blitz. That was a big blitz, that last play.
Marina just took the job down at Briarwood Country Club in Deerfield, Illinois. She's director of platform tennis there. She's taught in the Chicago area for a number of years now at the Winter Club and at the Lake Bluff Park District. She's got her son Gunnar. Little man's not too little anymore, I'm sure. Got to be getting up to 4th, 5th grade. Again, there's the doink.
Great drive down the line off of that.
It's got to feel right, Jerry.
I know. I'm going to work on it.
Now.
Maybe by Sunday I'll have it.
I do a lot of squash stuff too, so I use Nick a lot in squash. I gotta mix it up a little bit.
All right, we're seeing some different shots. Great lob.
Oh, great shot there. Look at this. I love this. Got the one she wanted, just couldn't get enough roll on it.
Yep.
You got to really brush that ball. You got to super brush. Turn that doorknob. We were talking earlier on how the old school stiff wrist forehand.
Put the target out on the service line rather than on the baseline.
Yeah.
You know?
But old school forehand, you still couldn't do that unless you tapped it. This new whip, turning the doorknob forehand, they can do it. Look at this. Look at the footwork.
And Marina showing the experience that she has, just stayed calm.
Got out of the way.
Yep, and just let her do her thing and lined up where she needed to be at the end of it.
I'm impressed with that on how she defers really, really well in tough, tight situations.
Yep, she knows the court, she knows the game, and she's played with a fair number of different players. So I think, like again, good players in paddle, they learn to adjust.
And play their role.
Yep.
And
Partner well. It's a critical piece, critical part of the game. You can have all the shots, and if you don't partner well,
isn't that the art?
it's over.
True good doubles.
True. Yep. Absolutely.
How to pick a partner?
How to pick a partner and how to be a good partner.
Now here's my next thought here. Tonia is starting to hit a lot of those arc overheads. Those
Yes.
Water blitz.
It's almost like a push.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
push.
real push. There's not that much. There's no
There it
space.
is.
Somebody should be in there.
See, now this is where Ania's got to, right, as soon as they,
Yep. Yep.
as
I
soon
would
as,
be
there he goes. She's
totally agree. Totally agree with you.
It's sitting there. It's waiting to be had.
Even to, Bobo's going to have eyes forward, so she's going to give Tonia a heads up if one of them decides to blitz. But it's going to change the pace. It's going to change the shot. Something else is going to happen from it.
Exactamundo. And
That's what you
again,
want.
Marina's lobs are getting back there deep, and they're getting a little tired. All right. See, that's again good volley. A little tired on Tonia's part.
Quick volley. Great volley.
Oh, sugar.
Too bad. Great return of
Good
serve.
choice. Good choice. Just overcooked it. Well, we've had a perfectly delightful day here.
Should be being pelted with sleet.
It's at minus 4-degree wind chills.
This is like a spring day. It's beautiful blue sky.
What's the warmest day I've seen in months?
Yeah, it has been a true.
See, there's that flat overhead again that is just waiting to sail.
And they're short. Those overheads are landing in the service box.
There you go.
That's better.
Better
Let
right
it
at
drop.
her.
Let it drop. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, they're definitely. Here we are in another long point. Who's going to blink first? I use the analogy of a staring contest a lot, Jerry. You get into these long overhead lob situations. People get tired. They don't want to lose. Don't want to take a chance.
Whoa. Bobo took off. That's a good hold. Took off a little early. I thought Tonia's return was going to hit her.
It takes it to 4-2.
It's 4-2 second set. Bobo and Tonia won the first set 6-4. Now, Bobo and Tonia are no strangers to long matches. So they know what it takes to play a long match.
You called this from the get-go.
Yep. So they're not going to give up. They're going to stay the course. And we're going to see what...
Pigs are going Marina and Tonia's way. There's two
Yeah.
back-to-back lead cords.
She's moving.
The paddle
She's
gods
moving.
may be whipping in here. Just an amazing volley.
Go down the line.
She's got middle and she's got inside out.
She's got to go down the line.
Hasn't have that one yet. She's got
Gotta
that
open up
inside
the
out
court.
swing. She's got to loop around the ball. I'm with you. Preaching to the choir.
I
I think it's a game changer.
I do too, because it's gonna, it's gonna keep them guessing. They're not gonna be able to be so
Well,
sad.
Bobo's she's floating around the middle of that net.
Yeah.
Like she owns it.
Yeah.
Little sneaky slice backhand. Bobo slipped in there. Marina was looking for the lob. Got
And
caught
I'm not saying that she doesn't have to rip it all the time. Just like I call it a scout shot. It's about 3/4 height, 3/4 speed, something that's going to make the net player have to reach for it. And then if they snap across court or down too fast, you can jump on it. Just
Well,
gives you more options.
And it's one more thing they have to worry about.
Right,
I mean,
it's-
right now there's 2 returns that Ania's hitting. Add the 3rd one in there, and you're going to be in control. See, she always goes that way.
I would not be going one-on-one with Bobo at net.
But Bobo knows what Ania's going to do before Ania does it.
Exactly. She puts herself in the high percentage area and sets her backhand volley, and that's it.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Good pitch to hit. Game.
Right, yep, 4-3.
Once again, we'd like to thank the lead sponsor, PNC Bank, for leading the way for this 2014 PNC APTA National Championships. Our APTA Diamond sponsors, Total Platform Tennis. That would be our friend David Dodge, I believe. Does wonderful work putting all these courts together, both in a permanent and temporary situation. The Viking Athletics, that outfit has been doing great things for paddle for years. Thank you so much. I've spent a lot of money with them for stocking my pro shop.
All right, this is a big game.
Huge.
4 serving 3.
Did we see who won the first point?
We did not see who won the first point.
Was quiet there. Should never sound like a library out there, should it,
No,
Jerry?
no, there should be. Whoever's going to hit that ball should own it. A little off speed there.
A little off speed,
fade.
but good location. Got it all the way out wide, and then again it forced Tonia to have to make a decision. She was thinking maybe it was a double wire, but then not enough speed.
Right.
Got to change.
And also off of her paddle. I mean, she's used to the overhead coming fast, where you don't really have to generate anything yourself. It just deflect it, and there was nothing on it, and she didn't generate.
Mm-hmm.
Just moving the ball around, Bobo and Tonia, just waiting for something fast and short that they can pounce on.
Tonia needs to tighten her game up a little bit. She's made 3 or 4 unforced errors in the last couple of games. Got to refine her groove. It's great overhead.
Yeah, come on, she can hit that. She needs to step in and hit that.
Yeah, she does, but she's lost a hair confidence. Just up the middle, good reset. There's the mile high lob.
Bobo's looking to move in.
Yeah, she's looking to sneak in off those
Drive
little
off the back
push
screen.
overheads. Like good idea. I like the idea, just the execution.
Closer to the net.
And again, it's tough in that grip. A little more continental, pushing towards the can. It works so easy.
And she sets that paddle so flat.
Nice screenshot.
Nice.
Getting in there deep into the corners. Into the sun. Good dig, Bobo.
Oh, she's got to hit
She
that.
would have been driving that earlier.
She gotta
First
hit
set, she
that,
drove
yep.
that. And that's the difference in the match right now. But how long have they been out here? Hour and 15, 20 minutes? Good decisive calling from Bobo.
Now, Ania and Marina are not giving them anything to generate off of the back screen anymore, too. In the beginning, they were hitting the overheads harder,
Yeah.
and they were able to bring some drives down, and now they're not hitting them as hard, so they've taken that away from them.
I like the great volley, Marina. Off a sneaky little forehand from Tonia. Hit it again. Tough.
Great touch. Oh, she should have gone back behind her.
I'm with you. I was with you.
Let her off the hook.
Behind her was the choice. Would have ended it. A semi-doinker.
That's something I'd like.
Doink. Nope.
Some of these overheads have pulled Tonia out. And I'd like to see Marina go back down the line rather than straight over to Bobo.
It's-
She's letting Tonia regroup.
From our vantage point, yeah, she's letting her up for air.
Like even now.
Good athletes out here. They're doing a
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah. I think she's going after that sun factor because it's right in Bobo's corner.
Gotta keep them down. Here it comes again. Oh, went to the reset spot. There it is.
Wow.
There was a tremendous
Yep.
point.
They're going to take a little time here now.
30,
It was a long
35 point rally.
Yeah. They're gonna regroup.
Oh, we get a little more sun in the face, Jerry. And then
Put your sunblock on. I didn't even think about
you
it.
know, I didn't.
I'm gonna be crying
I'm
tomorrow. All right. Who knew?
And a hat. We'll wear a hat
Who
tomorrow.
knew? All right. We'll be prepared. I believe that's 5-3. 5-3. 3-5.
All important first point. Get ahead, stay ahead. Now see from Ania over there, if she wants the ball to come back to her, she should lob cross court, although great dig, Marina.
Yep.
Great,
Sat up.
great rip, building the wall. Tonia and Bobo built as good a wall
They are
as
phenomenal.
I've ever seen in
Phenomenal
women.
volleyers.
But I didn't get a chance to see you as much.
Not how you're going to beat them. They're just going
Gotta-
to dig in. They're just going to set their paddle and dig in. You've got to create movement. You've got to pick different spots. You've got to lob down the line. You've got to lob over that left shoulder and then take your shot. Because they're too solid. You know, and she's ripping that ball. And these guys are just deflecting it back. Nice dig. That was a tough screen.
It's a good lob.
Great
Love
lob.
that
Come on.
lob right there.
Here we go. Don't panic.
Nice. Oh,
Great
point.
job.
Tonia, well done. That was our Goma Powell off the screen.
So I think here, you know, tactically, when that lob bounces that deep and it's that warm and it's halfway up the back screen, you've got to expect it's going to be a drive. It's one player come up, one player stay back. Don't put
For
yourself
sure.
in that.
Not
Right?
yeah, absolutely.
It's not like it's below your knee hitting the screen where it's going to be a lob.
And actually, I'd go one step further with the men. They wouldn't have come in. they would have known
Right.
that's going to come at them hot. And
Yeah, it's just too high. It's like it's above her shoulder. I mean, it's asking to be ripped.
exactly.
You don't have to
She
lob
didn't
better.
get she didn't get the topspin on that lob. She cut that one and it sailed on her. I like it when they lift that paddle up and then put some topspin on it so the lob turns over. Hit it again, Marina. Good. Great volleys. Look at that spin overhead. Nicely done there.
Down the line. She's got to open up the court. Down the line. No.
5-4.
Yep.
Looking forward to trying some of the Church Brew Works beer.
And we have a big night tonight.
We have a big night.
We do. It's a special night. You know, the Nationals, we're going to be inducting Susie Keane and Mary Doughton into the Platform Tennis Hall of Fame. They have, I think, 6 national titles.
Is that right?
Yep. Susie's now in Florida, so she's flying up tonight. I'm sure she's looking forward to seeing everybody. She moved down there a few years ago, so she's going to get a nice reception, you know, in front of her peers. And I believe Hillary Merritt is coming.
Is that right?
Yep. So another, you know, great player.
That day
Also-
I played with Susie Keane before she came out here. Hillary played too.
Oh, yeah?
Leslie Huff and I, and we played with Susie and Hillary.
Showed him all the tricks.
Told her not to lob.
We did.
If I drove like she did on both sides,
It
I'd
worked.
never lob again.
It worked. Nice way to open up the point. Great lob by Tonia.
And to that point with Susie, I never forget it. We had won 6-0, and it might have been like a 4-0 lead. And once we had a discussion and no lobbing, we won in 3 sets. Close. She just started annihilating the ball. And, you know, I think she got as high as 26 in the world in tennis.
Yeah, she had some big wins.
Big wins.
Yeah. Yeah, she had good
And
racket
Susie
skills.
gave my daughter, Mandy, some tennis lessons. So thank you, Susie, and congratulations, you and Mary.
Yeah, it's going to be a good
Well
night
deserved.
tonight. Good night tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
I think you should get back in the game and go after Jerry's 13 national championships.
I was worried when they were on their roll. I was like counting. Actually, I think after one of their wins, I said, you can just borrow this.
Well, Mary's got that great two-hander off the screen. So good and very smart and sage and nice lady. I love her. Has done a lot for paddle in Hinsdale.
Yeah,
I mean,
she-
Hinsdale was Paddletown, USA in the last 5 years. It's crazy what's going on out there. They got leagues on top of leagues and challenge ladders and
That's great.
I mean, it's
I remember
hopping.
when that first started. She, they did the fundraiser, and it was
Hinsdale has
Right.
got a great little machine together, and they have public paddle as well. A number of public paddle courts. So we've lost track here. Any idea?
I think it's either 5-0. 30
So
love.
congrats out again to Susie and Mary.
Put pressure on. Tonia has picked up this game.
Where are we? So it's out, and it might be out.
We'll find out in a minute.
There
Oh,
you go.
Great volley.
Behind her, it's there all day.
Great volley.
The great blitzers are always diving into the middle of the court. So if you can slip it behind them, if you see them coming, don't hit it where it's supposed to go, or they will have lunch on you. Look at that nice little slow roller. Great lob. Great defense here. They're still alive, Jerry. Now we're back to neutral.
overhead that Tonia just hit.
She got it in there tight.
Half overhead. Great touch.
Great volley, Marina. There's that forehand volley. She's getting away with it. Nice drive, Bobo, and always at the ready.
Be hitting the overhead so hard into the screen at this point. I mean, they're going to generate. They're going to find something.
It's a battle.
Yeah, there it's taking their time. This is everybody knows how important this point is. Too short. She's going to pounce. Good cutoff. I'd like to see her let that ball drop. Hit it at a lower point. Even if it's flat, it would be deeper in the court if she let it drop. Come on, Tonia. Look for that ball.
Keeping it on the backhands. There's the little doink. You never hit it if you don't aim for it. Set point?
I believe so.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's the first forehand volley she's hit in a while. She pulled it off. Oh, jammed her. Nice, nice. Working Tonia in the corner.
Yeah,
working Tonia in the corner.
Watch the speed. They've got to watch the speed on their
Here it
overheads
comes.
or she'll pounce.
Good. Just lovely. That's the experience of Marina there.
Yep, smart.
Now here we go.
Someone's got to hit it. Oh, so that was a hesitation.
I thought maybe they both got it.
Either one of them. Oh, nice roll.
Hit it again. Hit it again. Hit it again. Hit it again.
Find it.
And there is the Chicago doink.
That's
What a point.
very unfortunate for
That is.
Marina and
That's-
Ania. They
that's-
set that point up and rolled it.
They had how many short forehands there?
Yeah.
And again, you just saw the confusion once they got out of the regular corner on who was going to take what.
Right. Great
Oh,
move.
sugar.
That's experience. Know when to put the pressure on.
And here we go, big point. There's Dodo's over there. I like this. Some points are more important than others, gang. Take your time and make sure you got a plan. Oh. You know what?
Timely. Timely. If you
Very
gotta
timely.
have it.
You know, Heartbreak Hotel for the other side. Look at all the different
They're
formations.
Changing up.
Yep.
They're changing it up.
Both sides.
Yep. Bobo picked her spot. She didn't care what they were going to do. She picked her spot and went for it.
I probably would at times get Ania closer to the net when she volleys. They're not lobbing many returns.
Great return.
Just nailed it. That's the return she was hitting in the first set.
Right. A little spark going now.
Good touch. I'd be switching if I was Marina, and they're just not as fluent.
Yep, go. She got it.
There we go.
Again, no panic. Just waited for the right shot.
I thought they waited a little long, but you know, I think here they're just more in sync here, and Ania loves her. Oops, great overhead.
Great overhead.
Tonia hit the spot, got it out there wide enough.
And she holds that ball well, and it's a little off pace.
Is that 5-all?
That's 5-all.
That is 5-5.
Marina will watch.
No, that's 5. Yep, 50-55. And they had a set point or two in there. They had one for sure. So now, what's the most important thing Ania and Marina need?
Oh, great return.
They need a short memory, and they gotta let that go.
Well, I think she just showed you. We're in it. I'm going to hit that ball.
Let's see if it rubs off on her partner, Ania. Now, I'd love to see her go up the line on that one, you know?
I'm dying.
Me too, because I
need one of those screen things, you know, where you can do the graphics on the screen. Show them where to hit. You remember the X and the O thing? I get the hula hoops out. I'm going to put them right here.
Got them all.
So important that the team as a unit stays positive no matter what. Because you need that energy, that support of your partner. Go, you got it. She hesitated.
She did, exactly.
If Marina was going to cover her or not.
But she still should have been bouncing back. She had a little sip of water or something over there.
It's a heavy ball.
Heavy ball, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the first time Bobo's missed that volley?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she's right there, stood up on it.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Lauren. When she hits that ball that way, moving forward.
Very much so.
Right?
No, there's a little bit.
It's a heavy ball.
Heavy ball. Good roll on it. Got some good giddy up. I mean, she hits it hard enough that it gets their attention, you know. Like the ball hit that hard is a little harder than what they usually see.
She's moving to the left instead of moving forward.
That was a good spot had it gone over, but still we have not get anything up the line. And if they don't win this,
we're going to keep saying it.
And then we'll look smart.
Great
big return.
Serve set her up. And Bobo can't help her. Bobo's got to stay home because
it's a little wider.
Yeah.
It's the outer half. She's got to cover the line.
Yep.
But again, it always goes back to how many times has Marina gone up the line.
Right.
If they're not going up the line, stick your nose in the middle.
Right.
Oh boy.
Come on, keep moving.
Yeah,
keep moving.
Yeah. I mean,
Flat-footed on that.
Close to being a great shot.
It's tough now. I noticed the shadows coming on the court. You know, the sun's starting to go down.
Definitely some lighting issues.
Okay, Marina's making.
She's not getting. That ball's getting on top of her.
Yeah.
She's got to be moving forward a little more.
Can't give these points away at 5-5.
It's great communication. I call that the air traffic controller, the person on the side, the same side as the lobber, and you call it first. And it's nice to have a partner that listens, isn't it, Jerry?
Yeah. You're not fighting. Or not climbing up your back trying to take the shot.
When I'm hiring tennis pros, I always take them and play paddle. And I always tell them, we got to communicate on every shot. When I say mine and they take it, that's a pro I don't want to hire. They don't listen.
Blue.
And I use that. Actually, I definitely use it.
All right, 5-6. 30 love. This is not the time to miss the return of serves.
There's been more return of serves missed here.
Yeah.
Marina had a few last game, and Tonia there. But fatigue and stress. Hey, was good for the goose. That's a nice nick. Crease overhead. Well done. Hello.
Got a volley
There's
straight. Got a
Perfect,
volley straight.
perfect combo platter.
Yep.
Great return and followed up with a great blitz. Game point for Marina and Ania.
Bobo throws in that little slice backhand every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Just keep your honest slice backhand.
Nice, nice, Tonia.
Might have played an out ball there.
Yeah, smart.
I like
shot.
like it.
Smart.
Look at the anticipation.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Good combination. It's a combinations of shots.
It is a sequence of shots that you gain a bigger advantage with every shot. And we're going to a tiebreaker.
Tie break.
Now, after that last point, I am going to go out on a limb here.
Let me hear it.
I'm going to go with Ania and Marina now. I'm starting to see fatigue.
Right.
And obviously Ania's the baby on the court.
And she really crafted that point intelligently.
And she hasn't lost her footwork intensity.
No.
Closer. So, and I've been wrong many times before. We'll preface by that.
You can't count as proven. You can't count Bobo and Tonia out.
And they're close to the finish line.
They
and they're going to dig in.
don't want to play three sets.
No.
They will.
Yes.
But they don't want to.
And
so that's a smart little shot.
If
Love one.
They've got to keep the long points going on. But
Oh, smart shot by Tonia. Went back at the player that she just lobbed.
Smart.
Love two.
Those drop volleys were good that Annika hit. I'm sure she's looking for a few more of those.
She wants the ball. Ania wants the ball. Nice ball.
Nice play.
Okay, love three.
Okay.
Three love. Tonia serving. Nice return.
Just got on top of that one. Took it early. A laser beam. Marina hits a pretty flat forehand.
Yep.
Just a straight
wants
laser.
it? Who wants it right now?
Here we go. Well, that's... Nice dig. Scraped it.
Get those lobs up.
There's one up. Now,
Bad. It's a wrong time.
for Ania, when she learns she can hit the ball 20% less hard, but pick spots. Like I always used Greg Maddux, who was the best pitcher with no power in the history of baseball, who dominated the game by just hitting spots.
Yeah.
And that is, whether it's your right hip, your right pit, you just keep moving the ball around.
She wants to get away from moving behind the baseline to hit that ball from the deep overhead. She's got to go forward if she's going to hit it.
Well,
they're going to close and drop anyway. From that
well, she hits it hard enough that that's tougher to do. I mean, I look at her and Chelsea, that new breed of player,
right?
That are going to drive more balls from behind the baseline, which is a cardinal sin for Hank Irvine, right?
Well, I think if they're going forward, it's okay.
But the diving across laterally.
Going laterally,
I'm with you.
There's just not enough on it.
And you're vulnerable on the response. It's absolutely true.
Especially against Bobo and Tonia, I'd love to see Tonia hit that down the line. Especially against Bobo and Tonia, who just volley too well.
They really do. I like that overhead. Right at her. Spinning around again. Oh. Beautifully done. Paddle gods said yes to Tonia. 5-1.
1 serving 5. Bobo's putting pressure on. See how she's moved up to the service line.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
They both squeezed in there
They
beautifully.
know how to play the big points. They know how to bring that.
My
bring that
prediction is
pressure.
looking weak right now.
It's all right. It's not over
I
yet.
thought I saw a little jump in the step over there.
6-1.
It's
You
over
just
now.
cannot drive through a brick wall.
No.
You've got to pick your spots. Well played.
Great
Played.
volleys. Great volleys, Bobo.
6-4, 7-6.
Tonia, well done. And Marina, Ania, you guys played a great match.
Yeah, that was a very good match.
Fought hard to the finish. 1 or 2 set points there. We won't think about that, though. Good job.
And a great thing about this game is the sportsmanship and the competition. I mean, they appreciate that it was a battle, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and everybody gave it their best shot till the end, and they'll be at the dinner tonight celebrating with everybody else.
Absolutely. Okay. We'll sign it off.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine.
Believe in yourself. We do. Go you. Cigna. Tell us how being true to yourself keeps you healthy at Cigna.com/GoYou.